Hey everybody! Welcome to a new episode of Who's That Anime with your lovely hosts, Steve, and his magnificent sidekick, Colin.
Wait. Oh, wait. In my head, for some reason, I thought you started with my name, but you didn't.
I did.
Wait, did you?
Yeah.
No, wait. I meant your name. I don't know. Oh man, I think my head's bust.
Yeah? I'll probably be.
Yeah, possibly,
Yeah, yeah.
possibly broken.
Of Dazzling Steve with the mighty nest that is OBS
Yeah,
with its
yeah. You've made some process refinements.
yeah, where he doesn't see the intro anymore, so he doesn't actually know when he's getting to come in.
Yeah, it's if I constantly look like a rabbit and a deer in headlights now, that's why.
Yeah. Startled him.
Yeah, that's probably the easiest way.
Startling
So it's been a
Steve.
little while. Been a little while since we've recorded.
No, yeah, a wee bit.
But couple of weeks.
Week and a half.
Is it really only that? Gosh,
Yeah,
that's
'cause
crazy.
we recorded on the Wednesday before we all disappeared for a week,
So we did.
and now we're back.
Feels like an eternity ago. Um, well, last episodes we covered. We're still talking about Delicious in Dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
In the last episode, I think we had just killed the Kelpie, and where there was another dungeon party attracted by the smell of cooking meats.
Yeah, yeah. It was we did Kelpie, and then they fought the
The Undine.
Undine. Yeah, fought the big ball of water,
Yeah, yeah.
which
And
took Marcel out.
that's right. Marcel got kind of pretty bust.
Yeah, not as bust as the person in this episode.
No, that's a good segue.
Yeah.
Speaking of that person, hey, so it turns out
Uh-huh.
that the people who are coming down the stairs that we know already
Mm-hmm.
is another party, inclusive of one of their previous companions from the
Mm-hmm.
party where they lost Fallon.
Yeah, yeah.
Who we will find is Namari, who's
Sorry.
the sort of weapons grade person.
Yeah, I think she might be maybe a dwarf, maybe.
Dwarf blacksmith type.
Yeah, she seems like that thing. What episode's this, Steve?
Yeah, that's right. It's episode 9. We're doing episodes 9 and 10 today.
Nice.
This one's called Tentacles and Stew.
Tentacles and stew. Yeah. Oh, it's had some good moments in this one.
There is. There's some. This run of episodes that we've just watched is actually some of the best stuff. Like it's really great.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're obviously cooking their kelpie meat down in the middle of this kind of the bottom of the big spiral staircase,
Mm-hmm.
letting Marcel rest. When the new party arrives, and Namari's like, "Oh shit, I know these people."
Yeah. Who's cooking? Who's cooking all that stuff? Who's shifted off the cook stuff down here?
Yeah,
Uh.
and Namari has her new party
Mm-hmm.
with them, consisting of Mr. and Mrs. Tansu, who are like gnome researchers,
Yep.
and the bodyguards Kaka and Kiki.
Yeah. But we don't know which one's which.
No, at least that's definitely well. Actually, it's true of us as well because basically Namari's like, I don't know which is one's which.
Very much.
Who
Yeah.
knows? I really don't like Mr. Tansu. He's a total asshole.
Oh, he's 100%.
Just a fucking douchebag.
Yeah.
We kind of get into a little bit here where like Marcel is like can hear Namari's voice and is like, oh, how could you just leave?
Yeah.
Like, well, I do like to get paid. Y'all can't pay me, so
Yeah.
sucks to be you. And we end up sort of I think they make a deal. Oh, is it? No, that's not yet. Sorry.
Oh.
First of all, they're like, well, we're not hanging about here because it's like, oh, could you please help heal Marcel? And he's like, oh, cool. Sure. How much are you going to pay me?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I don't. Do you want some kelpie meat, maybe?
Yeah.
No, no, I don't.
No,
Um,
don't want to eat this stuff.
no, so he's not keen.
And he was like,
Uh,
even the other adventurers I found upstairs was they had money to pay.
yeah. Even the corpse, I believe he refers to it as.
Yeah,
Even the corpse had money.
yeah. So then they said, "Oh, you go that way, you hit a Nadine, a Nadine,
Oh, the Undine is in the other room.
yeah." And he's like, "What do you do to upset it? It's fine. These are calm, collected spirits. Being a gnome, I'm able to calm them down." And
Oh
then
yeah.
he goes into the room with Nadine, Nadine,
Namari and
Namari.
yeah, and he's like, "Hey, Undine, let's just chill out. Everything's gonna be okay." And then it starts to kind of like do that bubbling, rippling thing that it did before. He just kind of goes, "Well, that's not good."
Yeah,
Just pulls Namari in front of him,
yeah,
and she just gets a water spout right through the brain.
yep, right through this, and then they pull her back in.
Quite a shock, that one.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, "Oh, damn. Okay,
That's the end of that person.
yeah."
Well, then they were able to revive her.
Yes, he's a healer, obviously, as they've kind of tried to beg him for his services, and he wouldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think now they're bartering for his services again by saying it's like, well, we'll help you
Yeah, yeah. So
because they want to go the other way to avoid the Undine.
yeah. Oh, it was and then they basically slide off Namari,
Yeah.
which I outset what's his name? Lucius. Lucius?
Oh, Laios.
Laios. Jeez, names are eluding me today.
I mean, that happens, man.
Names just don't exist. They're just a figment of your imagination. Anyway, yeah. So, there they go and so they, oh, we hire you if you heal Marcel. And it's like, okay, that's cool. So they go out and do the thing, go down the stairwell, and they're cutting into the vines.
Yeah, they're trying to like remove the vines off of the wall to deal with something.
Oh,
and
it's the scripture on the wall.
Yeah, to read the things.
Yeah.
But then either Kaka or Kiki, I'm not sure which one. Kiki, maybe?
One of them
Gets grabbed by the throat.
Yeah.
And dragged up into a bunch of vines.
Yeah, but it's his, what's his name, sword goes, it's, oh, there's danger somewhere down there.
Oh, what the hell's the name of his sword?
Taki. Tenkai.
No. Ensuke.
Tensuke, yeah.
Yeah, his sword, which has the little living armor clam type thing in it.
Yeah.
Is going nuts.
Yeah. So he goes, there's danger, and then the gnome's like, these guys can take care of it. They fire a crossbow into the darkness. It's like, oh no.
Yeah.
Nothing there. And then they're going to do another one, and then they get grabbed by the tentacle. And then Lilas basically goes, oh, yeah, tentacles. Didn't think of that.
Yeah, he's like, oh, didn't expect that. And Namari's like, can we like, be impressed about this later or question it later? Maybe we should deal with the problem.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I guess. And I think the solution that they find is, as well, the only way to get close enough to deal with this problem is to get dragged in.
Yeah.
So Laios pushes himself to say, well, okay, I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
He borrows Senshi's helmet.
Yeah.
Senshi without a helmet's weird, and I don't wish to explore that again too much.
Yeah. He is without a helmet, so you take the helmet, gets grabbed, and then Imari manages to shoot a crossbow up there.
Yeah. So what happens is like he's saying, like, he's trusting them to deal with the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And what he does is, he like gets in there, and he's not trying to cut Kiki down. He's trying to cut the crossbow down so that it drops,
Mm-hmm.
and Senshi will catch it, throw it to Namari, and Namari can fire the shot because she says, "I always get left with the difficult tasks."
Yeah. She also slags off everyone's weapons as well, by the way.
Oh yeah, she is. She gets very angry at the fact that Laios is like, "What is this weird weapon you've got? It better be like, needs to be dwarf made and all this stuff." And then she's like, that axe is a piece of shit."
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. It's alright.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, well, sure, whatever."
He shoots it down. And then they carry all it swollen up, and then they cover the tentacle in vinegar.
Yeah, that's right, because Senshi's hand is caught holding what effectively just looks like a banana.
Yeah. But it's the vine has poison in it, so it's his hand's fallen off and you can't release it. So he's like, right, oh, you just pour vinegar on it, and then you can eat it.
And then we get the meal noise.
Yeah. Tentacle meal.
Tentacle meal noises.
Mm.
And they eat that, and that frees up his hand. Because was it the tentacles, when they touch you, they like pierce the skin, and the barbs pierce the skin and inject a venom that or a paralyzing agent, I guess.
Yeah. So everyone kind of comes back, gets back to the camp site, and they heal everyone, and then also heal Marcel at this point.
Yep, Marcel gets healed up, and then Laios and Chilturk are like, "Hey, maybe now's a good time to talk about the plan." And the plan is, hey, maybe Marcel shouldn't be down here because she's run out of mana fighting the Undine.
Yeah. But the gnomes,
and they're like, you should go back up.
Yeah, and gnomes are like, that's just done. We can't get by that. It'll take about a week before it resets itself.
Oh yeah, we don't have a week.
Yeah.
So.
And then they find out that she poured boiling water on it.
Yeah. Typical dwarf, a typical elf.
Yeah. And then so Marcel's like, no, what I'll do, I can drink the Nadine because the Nadine's like full of mana, so if I drink it, I'll get my mana back.
I like the little cartoons that they show at this bit, because it's like, because they're talking about the idea that because the reset is like basically the Undine will regenerate all of its cells to the point where it will no longer be angry.
Yeah.
And at this point they're like, we don't have enough time to wait for that. But it's just like, what if I just like fight it until it's a puddle on the ground, and then I'll just drink it.
Yeah.
And Laios is like, but wouldn't it like just like shoot you from the inside?
Yeah.
She's like, oh god, yeah, you're right.
And then it's, what about if you use Senji's pan? Which Mario's like, wait, what?
What is this?
What's this?
And it's like,
it's like made of mithril. It's like, what?
Oh no, this is made of what I originally thought they were going to say was adamantium, but it's adamant.
Adamant.
Yeah.
Legally
like
distinct.
Adamant. It's adamant is like this incredibly, I believe, as Namari puts it, capable of shattering dragon bone and piercing dragon hide.
Yeah.
Badass metal. And he's like, this was a pan? This is a waste. And he's like, well, it used to be a shield, but that was no use to me.
Yeah.
Like,
it's family emblem. And there's a lid.
Yeah.
So the plan is to aggravate the Undium. Sure, go with
Undine.
that. Undine.
Yeah.
And then capture it in the pot, essentially, the big pan and lid,
Yeah.
and then cook it.
Yep.
And
So they set a fire, a campfire in the stairwell bit where they've been, and move out into where the Undine is.
mm-hmm.
And Laios and Senshi both have different parts of the pan
Mm-hmm.
that they need to deflect the attack from, because they're waiting for it to charge, I guess.
Yeah. Lilas is unable to contain it, so Imari
Yep.
jumps in, even
Yep.
though they were
Namari.
going to go away. But she jumps in to help.
Yep. Yeah, Laios gets knocked in his arse.
Yeah. And then they push it, manage to contain it, and then hold it down the boiling hot water in the pan.
Yep.
And long enough before they burn their hands.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. It's like, oh, but I thought it would. Yeah, it's because it heats up. It's because it heats evenly.
Yeah. It heated evenly. Our hands.
Yeah.
Our hands. For me.
That's part of the adamant
Hmm.
is that it heats, it accepts heat energy evenly and disperses it. So
Yeah.
that's why it's good for cooking.
Yep. So they have that, and I think Marcel has some. He drinks some.
Yes, she drinks a little bit of it.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, that's great." And then it's like, "But what if you just like made it into a stew? The properties of food."
Yeah. And then they had it, and then they all sat down for a meal, even the gnomes and everything. Who were like, nope, not going to eat any of that. But it's food. Have some food. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember exactly how they reasoned with him. But he sits down and having some, and he's like, oh, yeah, it was alright. And Mario was like, yeah, that was alright. And then did they go back at this point?
Namari. Well, Namari is like
She has to go
I
back
think
because
she has to. Well, he says that she can stay
yeah, but she's
if she wishes to, but she's like, no,
yeah.
I don't want to do that.
So
Because there's also discussion about how like kind of switching parties and stuff like that can give you a bad reputation with other parties, and like in fact, I think they find out that Namari was known to the Tansus because she was in financial trouble,
yeah,
and that's how they knew to hire her, basically.
yep.
Yeah, they offer them the stew. I think the kind of last things they discuss is they ask about the other party members.
Yeah, they talk about Sensei, was it? Senshi?
Shuro.
Shuro.
The kind of shogun
Yeah,
type
character.
Yeah.
And then they elaborate that apparently he was going to ask Felon to marry him.
That's right. Yeah, he's in love with Fallon, and that in fact Namari's pretty confident that Shuro's out there trying to rescue Fallon.
Yeah.
On his own.
Yep. Like, all right. I also found that Chill Truck is also paid, but he got paid up front. So that's why he's still in this job, because he's still got to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not because he's friends or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just like you paid me, so.
And Marcel's like, what?
She was not happy about that.
No. Yeah. Thought it was all about friendship, but no, not for that. Yeah, that's probably the end of the episode. Maybe a bit more.
Yeah. No, I think that's the end of the episode there.
Okay. All right.
It's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Really, I really hate the Tonsus.
Yeah. Well, they're rich, noble people. Oh, Yeah, next episode's quality. Well, next episode.
Yes,
It's all good.
episode 10 is glorious. So we'll get into talking about that.
Yeah.
But I like this one. How do you rate this one?
It was good. Good. I can't not rate it highly. So I don't know. Oh, I just like the bit. The best bit is for me is the bit where Lilith is like, "Oh yeah, tentacles, of course."
He gets very easily distracted.
He does.
As we've mentioned before, where his sister gets eaten by a dragon because he was hungry.
No, the whole party was hungry. It wasn't just him.
Yeah, but he was focused on.
Yeah, I'm really hungry. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, 9. Going to go 9 for this. Strong.
Nice. Yeah, I think so too. I think this one is definitely high up there. It's a really solid episode.
Yeah.
They don't focus as much on the food in this one, which is maybe like a little downside, but there's a lot of narrative to get through, so I get it.
They still have food.
Yeah, they do. Just I guess it's not as detailed as the other food episodes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it reminds me about the other one. Oh man.
Yeah. Speaking of which, on to episode 10.
Mhm.
Giant frogs and above ground.
Yeah, giant frogs and above ground, not food related.
No, the giant frogs are
The-
more than just food related. Actually,
Yeah.
um,
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically they're obviously still trying to continue to the 5th floor because that's where the orcs told them that they're where they were staying, and that's where the dragon had attacked. And on the way there, they find a staircase that's like covered in vines and tentacles.
Yeah. And there are traps and everything there. Like,
Yeah.
the vines clogged up the traps, but you'd need to touch them and stuff and that. But they're also toxic or sting you.
Yes. Yeah, they will.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think what happens is for some reason they're walking through and all of a sudden frogs.
Yeah. Well, I think Lion's sword gives it away. So.
Yes.
And then all you see is this tongue just kind of shooting out.
The sword.
A vine / tongue shooting out. And he grabs the sword and he just throws it down to the bottom.
Yep.
So then I think Senji gets it with his axe. Oh no.
He axes one in the middle of the head.
Yeah.
For sure. But he does, but not before Marcel's staff is also thrown down there.
Oh, because I think she might have got one. Because one dies, and then Senji gets another one, and then another one gets the axe from him.
And it
or like
right.
tries to grab the axe from him.
I don't think it takes it from him, but it's definitely trying to grab it.
Yeah.
And I think this is the part where we get Chilchuck, who kind of reasons together that the reason that the fact that the frogs are hanging about where they are means that their skin is likely immune to the venom.
Mm-hmm.
So he basically makes a pair of gloves.
Yeah. But
out of some frog skin.
Before that, he goes, "Hey, Linus, it's the reason these frogs are able to move around in this place is because their skin's thick enough to avoid the venom." And Linus was like, It's like, great, when I want your monster facts, you don't have any.
Yeah. That's, very, very true.
Yeah.
This one? Is it this one? I'm trying to remember which episode it is. Where... So why would you say that? And he's like, because it's like, no, it's because it's a fact.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is when... No, maybe another one, but like he does have fun fact. No, it's later. It's later because it's
later?
It's about the dragon.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Why would you say that? It's a fact.
Fun fact.
So yeah, they basically get rid of the rest of the frogs, and they manage to like rip the tentacle that's blocking the trap and stuff like that, and allows them to kind of maneuver their way down further if they need be. But obviously, there's still a lot of those poisonous vines.
Yeah.
So they then do the greatest thing, which is they cut up the frogs for the meat, of course.
Yep.
But Laios is like, we're gonna take this one step further and use the whole frog.
Oh yeah, I think they skin it to protect them.
They do.
To go down the stairwell because it's just littered with the vines, the poisonous vines. Was I love the way they convinced Marcel to wear it.
Oh, by telling her that she'd look cute in it.
Yeah, because she was like, "I am absolutely not wearing that," and then she's like,
But, oh,
and then they cut they huddled together. It's the fact that they huddled together and go, "Brr, brr, brr, brr." And then Lioness comes like, "But you look really cute in it," and then she kind of goes, "Oh." And then she's wearing it, and she's like, "I can't believe I'm wearing this."
I think like my wife and I, when we were watching this, rewound it over and over and over to like. There's this scene where they're staring out to the camera, and you basically, because they're all wearing these frog costumes now, and like Chilchucks looks like he's a wiener sausage because it's like tied up at the top, and Senshi basically looks like just this tiny little bearded face in a sleeping bag.
Yeah.
And he's just like staring off into the distance every time the camera's on him.
Yeah.
It's so good. You're just looking at that all the time. Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah. So they get that.
So yeah, they make some froggy pajamas.
Yeah. Her coming down the stairs.
Yeah.
Literally. Because they get down to the
Yeah.
bottom of the stairs. And they go.
And they realize they can't take them off. Or she can't.
Yeah. He's like, well, making them I didn't have time to gut them properly. So the meat.
He didn't allow them to the skin to tan properly.
Yeah. So he so
we should mention that they also that Senshi did actually make pasta and something with the frogs.
Did it?
So it was like, yeah, he made pasta from the tentacles and frog meat.
Oh yeah, because when they were doing the wee march down, they were just having this bowl of pasta when they were going down the stairs. Just sucking on the pasta
and their froggy pajamas.
Froggy pajamas. Yeah. Oh god. And then they get down to the bottom stairs and find it's the 5th level.
Yep. And I think at this point they find that basically that the castle, the city, and everything like that has been abandoned. There's no orcs there anymore.
Yeah, it's all orcs. And they go into a storeroom and they find flour and alcohol. And Sensei's immediately getting his bread boner back.
That's immediately my wife said, I can make bread with it.
I can make bread with it.
I can make bread with it.
Yeah. Bread.
It's so good.
So and then they go out the back and see like charred orcs, I think.
Yeah. And some wargs, I think, as well.
Yeah. And I think then they start talking about how tall is this dragon, and
this is amazing.
Lion's is like, let's see now. I was be about as tall as that archway there. And he points to this archway with a big gouge in it. And I think was it Marcel? Chilchuck or Marcel is like
it says, I think it's bonked its head on that.
Yeah, I think it's just smashed its head through it. It's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so it's a bit bigger than I thought.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, excellent. Yeah. Bigger is not great.
Yeah. And they go up and have an inspect of the place.
There's a little bit in between here where we like go to the Tansus, and he's like reporting to his lord,
the king.
of the land,
Yeah.
the elf king.
No, it's just the human king.
Oh no, sorry. There's an elf king who's making demands of that kingdom
Yes, they want
because they want them to evacuate
the dungeon.
the dungeon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And the gnome's like, the dwarfs, the the human, the elves has given back the the land to you after they won it from the dwarfs. Now they want it back.
yeah,
Screw them, and also
yeah.
screw the dwarfs who just dig holes.
Just get a little ribbon there.
Yeah,
Yeah, fuck those guys as well.
yeah,
Yeah, because I think one of the things we forgot to mention is that I think specifically when they were reviving Namari in the last episode, they mentioned the fact that the soul is kind of tethered to the body in the dungeon.
yeah,
That's why people can be revived in there.
yeah,
They you can't necessarily just revive people in the above ground.
yeah,
But in the dungeon, because the soul basically stays close to the body, that allows that to be done.
yeah,
And he thinks that that's what the elves are looking for,
yeah.
is like that access to that, basically.
It's the elf circles he was looking for down there, the scriptures and all
Yes,
that.
that's right.
So that's what he was on about. They come up through a painting, like a living painting style thing.
Yeah, they do. That's right. And
Uh,
Namari is very unwell.
yeah, it's like, oh, I'm very unwell. Oh, show her to the guest quarters.
Yep.
So they basically have that, and he's basically told his lord and how to respond to the elves, and like tell him that and not getting it. Pardon me.
Yeah. It's sort of like they think that the immortality spell is probably controlled by the dungeon mage, the one that kind of is powering the whole thing, and you know, that everyone's out there to kill.
Yep.
And yeah, effectively, what they want to do is take control of that now by supporting the people who are in the dungeon.
Yeah.
And kind of keeping the elves at bay until well, hopefully until they can defeat the sorcerer.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's that kind of scene done, and then Imari kind of wakes up the next day and goes down to the resurrection place.
Yes,
He's
that's right.
It's like, I'll go in there, and she goes, "Oh, hey, Mari, you back?" And he's like, "Oh, do you have a person that's between, I don't know, teens and 40s, light brown hair and stuff?" And you mean Linus's the sister? She's definitely not that age.
You mean Fallon? Yeah. She's definitely in her 20s. What are you talking about?
Yeah. See, that's why I make think that she's a dwarf. Unable to tell the difference from a human age, you know.
Yep, she's not great at that.
No.
But the good news is that there has been no body brought back. So
yeah, it seems promising.
It does.
Yeah.
At the very least. And then I think we cut back to the dungeon.
Yeah.
Where they are formulating their plan.
Yep. And then canned bread.
Well,
because Senji,
because
they're formulating their plan, and it's like, where's Senji? And they just go back, and it's like, he's made his bread. I made bread, and they were eating the bread, and then everything kind of starts thumping around.
Oh well, no, they he also does the frog cutlets because he like shaves the bread to make breadcrumb.
Oh
and
yeah,
then covers the frog meat in it and cooks it in the oil.
Oh yeah,
so they have like bread and frog cutlets, and they kind of discuss the taste of frog. And was it somebody says it tastes like?
No,
I can't remember. Oh no, that's later.
That's later.
But
spoiler alert.
They have that. They finish their food.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, plate on the ground starts shaking.
Yeah, Godzilla's here.
And we're at the end of the episode.
Godzilla.
Go Godzilla.
Going deeper underground.
Although Aboveground is the name.
Yeah,
Going higher above ground.
going high up.
I like this one. This is a good episode too.
It was good. I love the frog costumes and the way they convinced
Oh
Marcel to
man,
wear it. Like,
the frog costumes are top tier incredible.
yeah, very top tier. Oh man,
I need to make that the episode image. Absolutely.
I've
There's just no doubt in my mind that it has to be that.
100% not that surprised. You know, uh, fellow YouTuber slash podcast person, Surprise Patch Wolf, did his
Uh-huh.
his favorite top 10 things of the year or
I
whatever.
haven't watched it yet. I saw he did that, but I haven't watched it yet.
He snuck that screen grab of that into his.
Did he?
Yeah. I was like, what they wearing there? And then I watched the episodes after. I was like, oh, that'll be what that was.
It's some good stuff.
Yeah. But yeah,
love it.
this was good, man. It's funny. I love the meeting there, the wee needles down the stairway in the frog costume.
Yep.
And it's moving the story on and everything. But I'm gonna give it an 8. This one.
I think an 8's fair. Particularly with the next one. I think we'll get on to talk about those next week.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're really going some places now. With this one.
Oh yeah.
So, whew,
We've
exciting stuff.
really gone some places.
Well, on that note,
Mhm.
I think I will agree and give it an 8 and say that we have reached the end of the episode.
Okay.
And we will be back next week to discuss more Delicious and Dragon. Delicious and Dragon? It is Delicious and Dragon. Delicious and Dungeon. There's a dragon in the dungeon.
Yeah, that they're going.
I will not comment on the deliciousness of the dragon at this stage.
Oh God, yeah.
But as always, you have made it through another episode of Who's That Anime, a podcast about anime, which can be found where all good podcasts can be found. Our home is at anchor.fm/Who's That Anime. If you like what it is we do, then leaving us a review is a cool way to help support us, or telling a friend about the show, another cool way. Or if you want to support us financially so we can afford to pay those Crunchyroll subscriptions or Netflix subscriptions, then you can do that at patreon.com/Who's That Anime. You can find early episode releases there for this podcast and for our other podcast, 5 Minute Fusion, which is a journey through Dragon Ball. So looking forward to getting back to that in the near future. We also have a Facebook page, facebook.com/Who's That Anime, where you can find the latest episode releases and the occasional anime meme. We have a Discord channel. You can find a link to that in the show notes. And lastly, we have a YouTube channel too. That is youtube.com/@Who's That Anime. This is where Colin painstakingly puts together the video versions of these episodes. And also, if you do like to listen to your podcast through YouTube, you can do so by going to there, because we have the RSS feeds for both Who's That Anime and 5 Minute Fusion there too. And that's us.
Yeah, that's it. We're done. It's all good.
We'll be back.
Yeah. And by the time this episode releases, the best fighting game collection, even though a lot of people are dissing it now because they've made the ranked version of it. Was it EO version, which was the one that was on the Xbox online, and not the true arcade one where you can do roll cancel. Roll cancel? I think it's roll cancel.
Gotta have some downsides.
Yeah, but everyone loves the roll cancel. It adds an extra meta to the game, where essentially where you can roll, do the action for a roll move, and carries that onto the move to do invincible frames.
What game is this you're talking about, Colin?
Capcom versus SNK 2, but it's on Capcom Fighting Collection 2. Yeah, it's all good.
Well, we'll all look forward to that when it's released.
Yeah. Should have been. It'll be released when this goes live.
Well,
Yep.
Look forward to it,
Yeah.
and we'll see you then.
Yep. Not plugging a game for no reason. See you later.
No. Bye, folks.
Bye. Bye.